Hey, what's up, Tony?
Kevin, how are you?
I'm doing good. Welcome to the show. You're the show.
Is, is a show?
You're the show.
I'm the show.
Yeah, nobody else is here. So
Well, no
you're
one's here yet.
yes, yes. Oh, there's somebody. It's KM. I have no idea who this is, so it's somebody new. Yay. We like when there's new blood too. I do have a challenge word tonight, and if we don't do it, I'll still have you give me background on it if you know anything about it.
All right. Give me a bunch of challenge words.
I've got a couple.
Maybe not challenge words, but just be prepared, maybe. We'll see
KM,
what I
what's happening, brother? Oops, you're muted.
do. You did it.
You're muted. Cam, did you want to do some time tonight?
Yeah, sure.
You got it. All right. Where are you from? Where are you broadcasting from right now?
I'm in Bangladesh right now. Yeah.
You are where?
Yeah, I'm in Bangladesh.
Bangladesh. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I've always wanted to do comedy with people in Bangladesh. It's just a really shitty drive.
Yeah.
You go by KM?
Yeah, KM Shafi. Yeah.
And how'd you hear about us?
I read Greg's book. So, yeah, that's how I know about you guys.
Nice. We're going to wait a couple more minutes to see if anybody else comes. If nobody else comes,
Okay.
we're going to have a two-person show. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be the best.
Yeah.
And this is a special show because only right here will you ever see this exact lineup. Only right here in the whole world, right here. This is a special night.
Right.
Tony's going, what? Why is it supposed
What? I'm sending you a message.
Oh, all right.
Oh, it's so tough to see whether I'm spelling correctly.
How's comedy going in Bangladesh? Is there places to perform?
Because it's Corona, so most of the places are closed right now. But yeah, I hope that
Normally,
will open
would there
soon.
be
Yeah.
places to go? Do you do your comedy in English or in your native language? Notice how I said that. I don't know what the language is, so I didn't want to.
Yeah.
Native.
Usually, my native language is Bangla. So, yeah. But the thing is that I'm just, practicing so that, if you can understand the structure of the joke, so you can, translate it into any other language.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the more languages you speak, the more places you can perform, the more shows you can.
Right.
I went to Costa Rica and I saw the best MC I've ever seen in my whole life there. And he was a guy, everything he said, it was like in a hotel show. Every single thing he said he said in English, French, German, Spanish, and Portuguese. Everything. And he had it so well timed that while he was getting through the other language, you weren't waiting. He had been doing it for so long. It was this perfect rhythm. It was glorious. I was like, this guy is a genius. I need to learn one other language. This guy's speaking to everybody.
Yeah.
Entertainment is just, communication. So, that guy knew how to communicate to people from all over the world. And I got really inspired by him. Scott, how are you today?
I can't complain. How you doing today, Kevin?
Doing good. Are you laying down at base camp on Everest right now? It looks like you're laying down at base camp.
Although I couldn't quite figure out how to adjust the picture 90 degrees rotation. So Mount Everest is running sideways these days.
That's great. All right, Scott, you doing time tonight?
Yeah, I guess I can give it a go. Why not? What the heck? How much time do we have tonight?
You have 40 minutes.
40 minutes. Okay. Yeah. Get right on.
Gonna be some stories telling.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get the show started. The order's gonna go KM and then Scott, and closing the show will be our headliner, Tony. Do you guys want to do a challenge word tonight? Just say yes or no.
I do.
Why not?
Okay.
Yeah,
Scott,
sure.
All right, here's our challenge word. This is just to do something fun, make it a little bit ridiculous. This is the challenge word for tonight. Whoops, it's not in the screen. It'll be up. There we go. Can you see that? Snickersnee.
Snickersnee.
There.
Uh-huh.
Like that. Snickersnee. And a snickersnee is a fight with a really long sword. So that's what it is. So I can use it in a sentence for you so you know. The sentence is, Jim discovered quickly that he could not snickersnee the rapidly approaching pirates.
Snickersnee. All right.
Snickersnee. That's what we do here. This has to be learning. So, hey, KM, the objective is to try to work the word snickersnee into your show anywhere that you can. Without just yelling, without yelling snickersnee. So you're gonna either want.
Does it have to make any sense or just?
No, you can use that as a metaphor for your penis. I mean, whatever you want.
Okay.
The only thing you can't do is just yell snickersnee. Okay, yeah, you could go. I was talking on my snickersnee. You can use it to be anything you want it to be. You can use it the way it is. This guy was running up to me, and I had my sword, so I was ready to snickersnee.
Okay.
Andrew Hoffman.
I think I can do that.
You got Andrew Hoffman. How you doing, brother?
What's up, guys? Back for another round.
And where are you located again?
North Hollywood.
That's right. No hose. There's no hose there. That's what you were saying last week. All right. Good to see everybody.
I made it on time.
We have a challenge word for you tonight. If you want to be a part of the Comedian's Challenge, I do this just because then people can kind of focus on having fun rather than just on giving material. And this word is snickersnee. And the objective is during your show to work snickersnee somewhere into the show. And a snickersnee is a fight with a long sword. So I might say I went to Starbucks and I walked up to the counter and I asked for a snickersnee. In other words, I'm just using it as something else because it's a ridiculous word. Or you can use its real meaning. I was lucky I took fencing classes because I was ready for the snickersnee. So you can use it the right way, you can use it the wrong way. You just can't yell snickersnee, but if you do it, we're gonna all scream hallelujah. All right? Our order is gonna go like this tonight. We're gonna go KM, Scott, and Andrew, and then we're gonna have Tony close the show. It is a whopping, this is a real comedy show. This is the only place on earth you'll see this exact lineup. I'm not kidding. That's special. We got a real show going on here. Let's get this thing started. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cryptozoologists and Bigfoot. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're from. I'm just glad you're here tonight to do a little comedy. Let's all make some noise. Whoa, I kind of look like one of those air things on the car lot. I never knew I could do that impression so well. Welcome, everybody. It is another exciting night here at the Greg Dean Stand-Up Comedy Classes. I am Kevin Comstock. I am your host, and I'm also a teacher. Don't forget to hit our website up, Andrew and KM, because I know Scott knows our website. Look up Greg Dean Stand-Up Comedy. We've got a bunch of stuff going on. My name's Kevin Comstock. Again, I said it twice, so I am very redundant. Sorry. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get the show started. Ladies and gentlemen, this first comedian, he's the personal chef for Snoop Dogg. He was struck by lightning 2 times, and he's a professional goldfish trainer. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together from Bangladesh, KM! You can go 5 minutes.
Thank you, Kev, for the introduction. So, I'm KM Shafi, as you already know, and I'm going to tell you a story today. So, a few years ago, I went to England, and I was on the airport, and so I called an Uber. So this white guy comes in. He was wearing a suit, and he was also wearing a sneak.
Yeah!
So he tells me that, so everything was fine. He says hello to me. I say hi to him. So I had one backpack with me. I had one luggage with me. So he, opens the back of his car, and I put my luggage into the back of his car, and I was about to enter into the car. Then he says that, "Hey mate, you can't take your backpack into the car." I was like, "Why not?" So he says this in a sarcastic tone, "Because your luggage is gonna feel lonely in the truck." So I was like, really? Maybe I should take my luggage and backpack with me into the car. In that way, none of us will feel lonely. So now he gets serious. He says that, okay, so if you take your backpack into my car, it's gonna put a scratch on my seat. I was like, what? So maybe I shouldn't also enter your car. What if my butt put a stain on your car? So he was like, it's not like that. But I don't think he was being, any kind of, it wasn't a racism or something like that. Because we all know it's a modern world. So I came up with my own logic that why did he say so? So you know how these days car seats are made out of leopard skin? What I think is that what he thinks is the leopard that was used in his car was still alive. So if anyway I or my backpack put a scratch on his seat, it might scratch me back. So he was actually worried about my health. So I told him that, bro, listen, once a leopard dead, it's always dead. So he was like, what? So I also told him that, look, I had a contract with Uber. So it says nothing that I cannot take my backpack into the back of your car. And it also says nothing about the leopard. So I'm going to take my backpack with me. He was like, okay, go on, take your backpack with you. So he finally drove me off to my accommodation, and I was finally there. Thank you, guys. That was amazing.
All right, let me ask you this. Ladies and gentlemen, it's KM. Check it out, dude. How many times have you done stand-up before in your life?
I think not many times. I think it's my third time I'm doing this.
I just want to tell you, that, you know what? You're doing something that 99% of the people on this earth are too scared to do. And you got to feel good about it, all right? So be happy.
Thank you.
We're all having a great
Hey, Cap, can I ask you something?
Yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think, what stage I'm at right now?
Right stage, I don't like to actually give feedback at the open mic. So you can send me an email, or you can send me, if you're on our Slack, you can send me a Slack, but I can't really talk about, because we don't really get into teaching in the open mic.
It's all right.
No worries. Evelyn, welcome. Did you want to do some time?
Thanks, sure, I'll do a little time.
All right, you're going to go second to the last, and there's like 3 more people. So you're like in third, and then there's number 4. Check it out. We do have a challenge word tonight. Tonight's challenge word is snickersnee.
Snickersnee.
Snickersnee is a fight with a long sword.
Oh.
Jack realized that he wasn't going to be able to snickersnee with the pirates. Okay, so if you can throw that in,
that's deep.
KM already did. He threw it into the show. Let's keep the show going because the energy's through the roof. Ladies and gentlemen, this next you gotta be enthusiastic, whatever you do. I don't care if you're flipping burgers or what, you gotta at least make people think you're having fun and not think you're in this right now. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this next performer assisted in the building of the Great Wall of China.
Wow.
Wrote a short story about a tall woman and has teeth made of diamonds. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together from Pacific Palisades or on his side at base camp, Scott Anderson.
All right. So, customer satisfaction surveys are amusing because service also means to breed, as in the bull will service the cow. So, when the hospital asks me, did our team service you adequately? Well, no, not at all. I missed out. What a ripoff. I knew I should have paid for that more expensive insurance plan. But if you think about service that way, it brings some whole new meanings. Service station, if you like mechanics. Bus service, that's one way to promote public transit. Streaming service, porn. Room service, hooker. Trump had the Secret Service, Stormy Daniels. Biden is 79, so out of service. Lip service, enough said. What does salt service mean? Beats me. And politicians brag about public service, so guess what they're doing to you? Now, politicians, a congressional assistant is called a page, usually hired based on front page or back page. And when two congressmen say they're on the same page, they're not talking politics. Congressman, those pictures of you and your assistant, an innocent meeting to discuss the oil industry, massage oil. Have you ended that relationship? Yes, I've turned over a new page. What about that lobbyist who made similar accusations? That woman was lying between my teeth, her teeth. She said you offered her a job to keep her quiet. She misunderstood when I offered her a desk position. Then she said my district was too small. Last week, you met with a known criminal, Senator. An innocent meeting. He was simply delivering pictures of two politicians, Ulysses Grant and Benjamin Franklin. Aren't they dead? Well, so are half my voters. Senator, what do voters deserve? Luxury housing, children's college tuition, expensive cars, designer clothes. Wait, that's how I use my campaign donations. Voters, you get a tent, student loan payments, no public transit, and directions to Goodwill. Let's talk government spending, Senator. What about the waste? What's your position? Well, one hand on each side while I'm committed to reducing fraud, committed to honest government, committed to more spending, but lower taxes. And if you believe that, you should be committed. Speaking of government waste, our tax dollars paid for your trip to Hawaii. An innocent meeting. I was investigating crime in the hula dancing industry. I went to penetrate the grass skirt. And what did you find? Grass skirts are itchy. Wasn't this trip just a junket for pleasure? It was work. Watching scantily clad dancers may sound easy, but it got hard quickly. You've been accused of corruption. Any comments? Nothing but lies. My comments are nothing but lies. You media people, constant harassment. That's what your staff says, Senator. Constant harassment. Unbelievable. Questions about unwanted contact leave me just groping for an answer. I've never laid a hand on, well, never the whole hand at any rate. I'm as honest as the day is long. I've never taken a single payment. I have an installment plan. My vote's not for sale. It's for rent. I don't favor my friends and relatives. They pay me full price. I have expertise in foreign affairs at Threesome in Paris. I support gay rights by avoiding straight answers. In summary, my reputation is spotless. It's equally dirty all over. Thank you and good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Anderson throwing down on service, man. Who knew that there was so much service that needed to be done all over the world? I want to get serviced. I just don't always get what I want. That's sad. So let's bring up our next performer. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy has kayaked down the Nile River. He invented toenail clippers and discovered the lost city of El Dorado. Put your hands together from NoHo, Andrew Hoffman.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Andrew Huffman, and I come from NoHo. Yes, you know the big problem about NoHo? There's no hose here. You have to go to those. You have to go to those Asian spas to get your shit, and it's like why do we have to get our shizmabobs down in an Asian spa when we can't get it from the people we live with? Because my situation is so fucked up right now. I am currently living with my ex-girlfriend, and it has got to be the most annoying fucking thing I have ever had to deal with, because she is living in a one-bedroom apartment with her 6 cats. I'm sorry, 7 cats, and that's a lot of pussy that I'm not getting. Oh man. And if it makes it even worse, she has to have her stupid little best friend that she's known before me. He cat sits when we used to go to Big Bear or travel across the country. He has been staying there for over a year, and this guy is the most annoying roommate I have ever had to deal with. He's extremely anal about this pandemic, and he still wears 2 masks. What is that noise? Oh. The guy is just a germaphobe, and I really can't stand his obnoxious laughs. He has these conversations with my ex-girlfriend, and I'm living in a one-bedroom apartment with 2 people, and I can't even sleep on the couch. I have to sleep next to this woman, and it's just I'm ready to move. But moving is a very difficult process, ladies and gentlemen. It's one of those things where you have to find the right situation, the right circumstances, the right environment, the right price. I'd have better chance of winning the stupid COVID lottery than finding a good place. Yes, there's a COVID lottery. That is the most ridiculous thing. Can you possibly bribe me to get a fucking COVID shot? I don't think so. Anyways, back to my story. Yeah, this guy is super anal. I can't stand the fact that he has this swaying problem. He's autistic. He's on autistic spectrum, and he likes to do this swing thing like this. And he all he does is sit in front of his computer, and he's some sort of a cartoonist. He makes stuff on, and he's a TikToker, and he doesn't leave his fucking apartment unless he's got to get shit. And like, dude, you're making me dizzy. You're going like this constantly. Stop. He wipes when he comes down from his daily routine. He wipes down his groceries. He wipes down his fucking wallet. He wipes down the groceries in the bag. He wipes down more shit than his asshole when he goes to the bathroom. And it's what is that noise that keeps making? I don't know.
I'm not hearing if I get
that's definitely not me. I don't know. Anyways, I'm losing time here, peoples.
Keep going. You got an extra 4 seconds.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, my living situation is out of the park here, and I'm ready to move on from this whole situation. And I think we're all ready for this mask mandate to be over. It's going to be over like June 15th or something. And I can't wait what's going to happen. Are people going to like have a fit if you walk into a store without a mask on? It's just going to be a very interesting situation. I mean, I was always wondering, like, if it's a mask mandate, what if it wasn't called a mask mandate? It was called a woman date. Wouldn't that make a difference? Anyways, vaccination, let's see. Okay, so when you want to get that is really distracting, whatever that damn noise is. Everybody says you have to be vaccinated. Get your vaccine, vaccinate. I have not been persuaded. No, I will say it again. I have not been persuaded. and I don't think you're really going to get the COVID now. We're through. We're easily done with this pandemic. What is that noise? Something's changing. Okay, I'm done.
I muted, so I have no idea what that noise is. I was going to mute you just to see if it's you.
But you hear it too, right?
I don't hear a really bad noise. I hear a little thing that sounds like a fan.
Squeaky.
Yeah, just a little squeak.
All right. Anyways, that's my time, folks.
You got it, dude. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew, taking a moment to tell us about the technical issues that we're having here. Sometimes that happens. It's part of the whole Zoom thing. That's what makes it so fun. All right. I'm excited about No More COVID too. But check it out. We've reached the interactive portion of the show. I'm going to share a picture on the screen, and I want each person to come up with a caption and put the caption in the chat. I'm going to take the picture off before I read the captions because my chat disappears when I share the picture. So, right, here we go. Boom, and...
Hard to make out what that is.
What's that?
It's a soccer field on a
Really?
on a hillside.
I have one.
Mine is Americans just don't get football because it's soccer. They really call it.
It would have been much better, if one of the goalposts is, in the downside.
Okay, yeah. That would be good to do it that way. All right, any others? I'm going to unshare because this is so exciting. Here we go. What you got?
Gravity was the only thing on their side.
That's great. Did you see? And Tony says not Premier League. Yeah, that's pretty amateurs. And this concludes our interactive portion of the show. Wasn't that fun? I'm so glad we did that. All right, I'm going to bring up our next comedian. I'm excited. Ladies and gentlemen, she's a TV news anchor, former Secretary of State, and has a skull made of tungsten. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Evelyn Thatcher.
Yo. So, hey everybody. So my name is Evelyn. Have you ever noticed that Evelyn in TV and movies is always the weird aunt, which perfectly describes my fashion style. I rarely meet another Evelyn, but when I do, I always feel like weirdly competitive. In my head, I'm imagining a high noon or a Snickers snee.
Yeah, she did. That was a badass Susan that came out of nowhere. That was amazing.
For weird ants where we fling 1950s headbands at each other. So my last name is Thatcher, but I'm not actually related to Margaret Thatcher, the old Prime Minister of England. Some of you may know. We're opposites. She was called the Iron Lady because she was a hard ass. Me, on the other hand, I have a flabby ass and rarely have anything inside me that's hard. The only thing we have in common is everybody thinks we both retired. I know that I look like I just came off the farm from Oklahoma, but I'm actually from New York. And once you talk to me, you'll see I'm a New Yorker because I'm blunt. I'm so blunt. Even when I talk to myself, I get offended. Last week, I got so offended, I didn't talk to myself for a week. Like, it was pretty hardcore. Do any of you guys remember Groupon?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty cool, right? I still get notices from them. And this week they had buttock implants were on sale for $2,000. I was like, my buttock implants only cost $5.99. Haagen-Dazs. I'm telling you, it works. So during the quarantine, I used to say that my ass was becoming like Mars, huge and impossible to get to. But this spring, after the US rover and the Chinese rover landed on Mars, even Mars is getting more action than me. I was like, I can't believe I'm jealous of a planet. Mars is like, I kept saying, Red Rover, let's Rover, come over. And then not one, but two rovers came, and so did I. Oh, mon Dieu. Now I'm redder than ever. Now that is afterglow. Damn you, Mars. Anyone here ever experienced depression? Yeah.
I would be inclined to say that every single person in this Zoom has some kind of mental disorder, and maybe more than one.
Yeah.
Just the truth.
So true.
Yeah, I don't. I was just curious if any of you guys did.
Oh, that's right. You got me twice with that joke.
I know. Sorry. I know I can't do that one too many times. Anyway, I'm just kidding. I am the poster child for depression. It's like astrophysicists just named me their newest black hole. And vultures are flying over my head because they think, over my building, because they think something died because of the bad energy. And after one session with me, therapists call suicide hotline. So it's pretty bad. But so last week, because I'm always looking for a new therapist, I tried a new one. And my session was like this. So Evelyn, darling, how are you? I'm like, Helene, can you just center your camera a little bit? Oh, okay, is it any better? Oh, hold on, darling. I've got a phone call coming in. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, darling, I'll call you back. And then she never got back to me. I was like, if I needed this, I could just call my dad. So moving on. Yeah, because of the pandemic, I haven't seen my boyfriend. This is a joke, in a year and a half. I don't know if this has happened to any of you guys, but because of my sexual frustration, every conversation is starting to sound like the opening to a scene on Pornhub. So like job interviews are like, how many positions have I held? UPS guy, ma'am, open up. I have a package for you. And at the bank, Ms. Thatcher, would you like that direct deposit, or shall I give it to you right now? And I'll just leave you with this. As a performing artist, I'm a triple threat. I'm a
wait, stop for a second.
I've got a duet right here.
There you go. I got muted him. Go for it.
Oh, okay. As a performing artist, I don't have. I can't do all this performing, but I just can't speak. I'm a triple threat. So I'm a stand-up comic, opera singer, and unemployed.
And you could be a great mime.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
All right, great job, Evelyn. Ladies and gentlemen, Evelyn. That was fun. You guys make it fun for me. If you guys weren't here, I wouldn't have anybody to tell jokes to and mess around with. So I got to thank you guys for coming. It's time for our headliner for the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've seen An Evening at the Improv, if you've seen Netflix specials, if you've seen Showtime's Fierce Funny Men, he has seen those shows too. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Tony G.
Oh, wow. So you're going to see I'm just going to make some comments on some things that I would not have had to comment on had I not been here tonight. And I thought it was interesting that Andrew talked about having someone on the autism spectrum. The spectrum means it's broad. Some of us who are there are in a very different place. And for me, I can't help but notice the words you're talking about. Kevin, you really went to a club in Costa Rica where the MC, he spoke in English, Portuguese, German, and French.
Yes.
But not Spanish.
No, he didn't speak Spanish. In Costa Rica, he did not speak Spanish because he knew that the people that were local down there or in Latin America, most of the guests he had were Canadian, actually.
So he spoke French, he spoke English, and he spoke Italian for the les allophones. Yes, so he spoke some indigenous autochthonous language too, possibly from Nunavut or the Northwest Territory. No, he didn't. I don't know. If he had been in India, that would have been great because KM is here. He would have to speak in Punjabi, Malayalam, Tamil, Sanskrit, Bengali, Urdu, Pashto. It would have been an amazing time, but not Spanish. Anything with Spanish. It would have been a fantastic time. Did this guy wear any formal attire, Kevin? Was he wearing a nice suit? Was he?
No, it was actually a daytime like family show.
Daytime family show.
Yeah. So it was like probably maybe 600 or 700 people in a big arena with like sail shades over us and a big sound system. They had dancers and everything.
Wow. So he was probably wearing, athletic shoes, just something informal athletic shoes, better known as
shoes and shorts.
Tennies. Right.
And like a Hawaiian shirt that matched the Hawaiian shirts of the other people.
Right. And he was probably was he giving out any free candy? Was he giving out candy that was chock full of peanuts? Was he giving those out? You know what I'm talking about? Payday. Yes. This must have been a fine show. It's incredible too. And you were talking about the word is snickersnee. I know the word, and I thought it was from what's his name? Lewis Carroll, Jabberwock. But he's got snickersnack and Jabberwock, and it has nothing to do with the candy bar. That's the poem is filled with a bunch of words such as galump and chortle, which are combinations of words. Which have entered the English language. Chortle is to chuckle and snort at the same time. They're called portmanteau words from a French word meaning overcoat, combinations of words. And then who talked about the leopard skin? That just drove me crazy. Who was the leopard skin person? Who was it? No one remembers?
That was Andrew.
That was Andrew, the leopard skin. And leopard, even in and of itself, comes from two Latin roots, leo for lion, pard from the Latin word parties for a giraffe, because they see this as an animal which is like a lion, but has the spots of a giraffe. So there are portmanteaux everywhere tonight. Oh, it's the bonus round. Was that the bonus round? Okay.
That's the bonus round.
What's a nickname for athletic shoes? Tennies. No, that's not the one I was thinking of. Okay. So we've got, and then metallic evening. It's a real metal night. You didn't think this would be a metal night. First, you talk about someone as the king of El Dorado, the land of gold. And then we have Evelyn, who talks about tungsten, better known as wolfram. We get two animals out of that one, the wolf and the ram. And then Margaret Thatcher, the Iron Lady. Do you know that in England, Evelyn is a good name for a man?
Yes, I did know that. Yes, I did.
Evelyn, also pronounced Evelyn. It's unbelievable there. And then someone's driving for Uber. Okay, this guy in Costa Rica would probably get this joke because he spoke all these different languages. There was this guy who drove for Uber. He was terrible. He was always late. He got into accidents, and his friend said, "Forget Uber. You should be driving for Unter." No. One person got that joke. One person.
You really like hone in on your audience. You just really like hone in on your audience.
These are all things that happened as a consequence of my coming here tonight. And then what was the other thing that I noticed here too? Oh yeah, so who was talking about being redundant? And in the middle of redundant, you were. Yes, because someone was being redundant. In the middle of that, we have the Latin. Oh, it's the triple bonus round. Undus, which is the root in the middle of redundant, is Latin for what? Is it A, wave? Is it B, Evelyn? Is it C, wolfram? Or is it D, most of the above? Wave. Let's all do the wave, shan't we? Wait, what order do we go? If we do the wave on Zoom, how would you know?
We've been trying to do the pass the pen. Okay, so Cam, on my screen, it looks like I'm about to hand you my pen. So you take a pen and then you
sure.
So here we go. Other side. No, yeah. You got to sneak. That pen has to be over there, sneaky. Because you gotta look like you're taking it from me.
Yeah. Got it.
On your screen, where am I? Am I Bobby, Brady, or Alice on your screen?
You're upper left. Who would that be? That would be
Marsha. Marsha.
Yeah, you're Marsha.
Was there no Evelyn Brady? I don't know. Wasn't he the girl that Greg always had a date with and broke it? And you're so understanding, Evelyn. No, that was probably Rachel.
She's always the secondary character. It's never the lead.
Exactly. And she would wear a red shirt if she were on Star Trek. You know why? Because she was a backup quarterback who was a third-year sophomore. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Sophomore, another nice portmanteau, the combining wise and moron, because when you're a sophomore, you think you know everything, but you're still an idiot. The sophomore jinx. Yes. Only in baseball, not always. Kevin, how much time am I doing? He said, that's your time? Yeah, I knew that was my time. Thank you. Good evening, good morning, and good yesterday.
Check it out. Let's talk about what we learned. We learned some great stuff today. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to go over it. It's like there's going to be a test, so take notes. Here we go. Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our Thursday show. It is the greatest, most fun comedy show you will ever go to. And it's so special, you will only see this lineup right here. Right here. It's one of a kind. Check it out. We learned about butt stains on a seat and getting scratched by a leopard in an Uber. We learned about a bull will service the cow, and politicians do public service. And we learned about a grass skirt is prickly, and direct service is too small. Okay, I think that was it. Something like that. Okay, wait, there's more. This is exciting. We learned about going to Asian spas to get your shit. I know where to go now. That's it. I can go to Asian spas. How do you know they're Asian? Do you have to check their passport? Or are you just doing that? I can see that they're Asian. Sorry. I don't know. All right. We also had COVID lottery and a shitty roommate and swinging on the spectrum. Wait, we had more. Where's Evelyn? There she is. All right. We learned that weird ant is a kind of fashion. And we learned about being competitive with other Evelyns. And jealous of a plant. Did that make sense? Planet. Thank you. See, I'm trying to figure out a good way to take notes, and I'm failing because I have such shitty handwriting. I got all these other things I'm trying to do because I want to be able to be really, really call your guys' show back. We also learned about payday and chortle, Bengali, Urdu, and Patu. This is the Thursday open mic. Good night. See you next